Mahlzeit, herzlich willkommen beim RideReview Magazin and a new video. Today we are at Fårup Sommerland in Denmark at the grand opening from the new Vekoma coaster Fønix.
Fårup Sommerland is a beautiful amusement park in northern Denmark. In Blokhus at the North Sea, you'll find a park dedicated to the whole family. Rides for kids and parents, playgrounds, a great water park, a beautiful 4-star hotel, and for now 8 roller coasters. The newest coaster is Fønix. Why Fårup decided to build a roller coaster like this will be told by the head of marketing, Rasmus.
We wanted something big. We wanted a coaster that could bring the park to the next level. We have had a long-standing relationship with Vekoma. We discussed with them what we could do. We tried 1,000 coasters, and of course we went to Poland. We tried leg coaster, and we thought that could be a great addition to Fårup Sommerland. And then we discussed with Vekoma what we could do, and then we came up with this design. And I think we succeeded to build a coaster that really takes the coasters in the park to another level, and take Denmark and in some way Scandinavia to a new level.
Fønix is not an unusual name for a coaster, so what are the idea and the theming behind it?
Yes, Fårup Sommerland, we are placed in the middle of the woods. So our theming is everything is in the middle of the woods. So we have a lot of trees, and we care a lot about our trees. So when we discussed the name, we just got out of this Corona crisis, or we're getting out of it right now. And we see this coaster as like the rebirth, or the us coming out of struggling times. And we couldn't find a coaster name fitting better than Fønix, because it is the rebirth and coming out of the ashes. And that's the story about it. And the theming is we like the things we build in Fårup. We like to have some texture to it. We're not very fond of fiberglass and shiny objects. We like things that build out of wood, stone. We have a lot of copper here, which is actually real copper plated in. It's a lot of hand painted, the icon of Fønix here. And that's we feel that it gives some texture and adds a more nature-ish dimension to the theming.
With the tallest roller coaster in Denmark, you might ask yourself, who is the target group?
In my opinion, the coaster is suited for the entire family. It is not that aggressive, so you can't ride it if you're a small kid. You can try it from 120 centimeters. Below 140, you need to bring an adult. And I think we'll see a lot of kids, 6, 7, 8 years old, riding it as well. But it's also so, let's say, aggressive or wild that adults and fans find it amusing too.
Which is also exciting is who is the person behind such a coaster. So we talked to the designer Buemendaal, who is track designer of Vekoma, about the layout of Fønix.
So the benchmark for this ride was leg coaster that you might be familiar with in Poland. It's similar when it comes to scope, size and energy in the track basically. But we took that concept and spread it much more out. So where a leg coaster was very, very compact, and it was a coaster that Fårup really liked, we turned it into something a little bit more modern, a little bit more aggressive in the sense of negative G-forces and less so with positive G-forces. So that's the basic story how we got to Fønix. Well, there are many highlights if you ask me. We typically see it as a first and a second half for the whole design. The first half is focused on taller elements above the tree lines. We have the first loop with some hang time and like a stall moment, more of a visual and a negative kind of sense being upside down. And then the second half is all about staying close to the ground and getting you out of your seat, changing directions, rolling through the station. That's one thing we took from leg coaster. We wanted to do again.
Fønix is joining the other kind of new modern coasters by Vekoma. Just the model designation was not really clear till now.
Yeah, working titles.
Okay.
So it's much easier to give it a name when tons of people work on a project and you work on multiple projects at the same time.
Yes.
If you just stick to a number and it's a type of vehicle and it's track layout number X, about the same length as the previous one and about the same length as the next one,
Yes.
you get lost in the project. So this is just to keep, it's working titles, people to separate all the different projects we do at the same time.
So do you have a title for that kind of coaster? Is
For the type of this coaster?
Well, we just indicate it by the type of vehicle. So we have different labels for vehicles. This is called the Mark 1101 vehicle. So that's actually the second vehicle with an 1100 millimeter track gauge. That's what the number is based on. There was an 1100 and this is the 1101. So that's the technical term to refer to this type of attraction in our portfolio, and then all the different designs that are in different phases in different projects, they get a working title, so everyone is able to separate the different designs.
Finally, we got the question left: what was the biggest challenge within this project?
Well, to make the design attractive to a large group, so the seasoned enthusiasts, but also, of course, the general public. So really trying to find that middle ground where we're aggressive enough to do something new and thrill seasoned riders, but of course also be able to cater to everyday parkgoers that maybe see a coaster once a year. So that's the challenge. When you do a thrill coaster and you throw in new types of elements, you want to ride that fine line of being thrilling but not aggressive.
Fårup Sommerland and Vekoma probably created the best new roller coaster in Europe this year. And this really good coaster is by far the best symbol for a restart after 2 years COVID crisis. Congratulations to Fårup and Vekoma to this great novelty.
Last words for your viewers. Well, please come and try it. We'll love to have you here.